I'm an urban beekeeper based in Dublin City, and since I was a small child I've had a passion for environmental issues and the natural world in general. I grew up on David Attenborough films and other wildlife documentaries, and I wanted to be a marine biologist when I grew up. And then I heard about the health benefits for local honey, so I was sourcing honey from a beekeeper in Dublin, and it occurred to me that it would be great fun to try producing some honey myself, and got my first hive. And once I had my first look into a beehive, I was just hooked. I fell in love with the girls. Some fascinating facts about honeybees are nearly all the bees in your hive are female. There can be up to 60,000 bees in a full-size beehive in the middle of the summer, and only about 200 or 300 of these bees would be male or drone bees. And then of course you've got one female queen bee. Each bee would produce about half a teaspoon of honey in their lifetime, and to produce a kilogram of honey, bees fly approximately about 3 times around the world in terms of air miles. Male bees are called drones and have bigger eyes and bigger flight muscles, because their only function is to chase after a queen bee and mate in the air with her, and after which they die. Queen bee can lay about 2,000 eggs a day, which is more than her own body weight, and her only job is to maintain the numbers in the colonies. A general layout for a beehive is a box which contains the queen, where she lays all the young bees, and above this you have a queen excluder which keeps the queen bee from leaving that box, and then above this you stack additional space in the form of honey supers, and it's the honey supers where the honeybees store all the honey, and the queen excluder keeps the queen from getting up into these boxes and laying eggs in the honey supers, which would contaminate the honey. And then of course above this you have a roof and an inner cover to keep the rain out of the hive. One of the most interesting things about honeybees is how they communicate with each other to find food. The primary method of communication is called the waggle dance, and this is where a worker honeybee returns to the hive and dances on the face of the honeycombs to tell her sisters how to find a source of food. Each worker bee flies out and collects nectar from a plant, and then it will return to the hive, where it passes the nectar to the house bees, who evaporate the moisture, at which point it can be called honey, and it's stored in the honeycombs in the hives. Honey has been shown to have many health benefits. There's antibacterial and antiviral qualities, and generally speaking, the darker the honey, the better it is for you.